Pictory.ai. Our theory posits that subjective consciousness arises not just from the brain's data, but also from other bodily cells and the environment. The heart's electrocardiogram, ECG, serves as a frequency carrier for the modulation of electromagnetic signals. These signals can be received and decoded by effector cells to create awareness. The mechanisms can be tested following the protocols listed. 1. The beginning of consciousness. The consciousness of the newborn baby arises from photoelectromagnetic, or the PEM, signals in the environment. These signals can come from parents, siblings, other living organisms that are within range of the newborn. The process is similar to downloading and transferring data and softwares from an old computer to a new one, with PEMs serving as the carriers of information. This process will be tested using experimental newborn rats, with one group being shielded for PEM, followed by comparative studies of the physiological and neurological development. 2. The I/O effector of the consciousness. To effectively receive such PEMs from outside, antenna structures like the eyes, ears, skin and mucosa sensories as well as the hairs may play important roles. Taken for example, the retina is the specialized organ which takes the PEM as the inputs when the eyes are opened. But when the eyes are closed, the retina can serve as the output, similar to the computer monitor, where the stored data can be projected back to the retina. Either way, the retina is the input-output effector upon which the consciousness displays. Other sensor effectors work the similar way. The consciousness activities are better studied upon the processes of sleeping and dreaming. 3. The consciousness dataset storage. Neurons are specialized cells for data storage, and most of them don't undergo division after birth. When cell division occurs, the DNA reorganizes into chromosomes, retaining chemical information while physical information may be erased completely, similar to the process of formatting a hard disk. We hypothesize that the data are stored in the repetitive sequences of the DNA within the nucleus. These repeating sequences form coiled structures around nucleosomes, providing the structural basis for biophysical information storage, similar to the magnetic coils used for data storage during early computer development. This physical storage in genomics predisposes the related sequences to evolve into new genes for inheritable traits. Such hypotheses can be tested by using DNA library technology. Repetitive sequences can be enriched and sequenced under different situations, for example, exposed or shielded by PEM, to study the evolution of new genes with the intensified physical memories. 4. The transmission of consciousness information. Consciousness is formed within the effectors and is also transmitted throughout the body in the form of dataset blockchains through the blood plasma conducting channels. The electrolytes in the blood plasma can conduct electronic waves generated by the heart muscle, which can generate micromagnetics and influence ferrous iron molecules inside the heme of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin can therefore carry not only optical information from the retinas when the eyes are open, but also quantum magnetic signals, besides oxygen molecules. These signals can be coupled and packed into blockchains with time tags and distributed to all cells with nuclei in the body, where they are decoupled and stored with the help of the time tags, making the memorized data retrievable. Our hypothesis suggests that the blood circulation acts as an intranet-like mechanism, allowing biological and physical information to be synchronized and broadcasted much like AM, FM radio signals, but through a liquid plasma cable, i.e. the blood, that distributes digitized signals with greater precision. While the PEM signals mainly distribute inside the human body, they can be leaked outside due to damage to insulation or through specialized antenna-like structures such as the eyes, skin sensors, hair, etc., and be absorbed by others, especially newborn babies, forming new or altered consciousness. Such hypotheses can be tested using high-precision microwave signal detectors in different locations of experimental rats, accompanied by electronic stimulators, such as the acupuncture pen. Subsequent studies to compare at electromagnetic, optical, genomics, cellular levels will be followed. 4. The biological cell hardware. Our previous research has revealed that biological cells are made up of nanofilaments, and their complexity is linked to their cellular functions. As a result, we suggest that these cytoskeletal structures, specifically intermediate filaments with a diameter of 10 nanometers, serve as the 3D integrated circuits within cells and perform functions similar to computer hardware. The biological cell hardware is mainly made of carbon, which is in the same group as silicon used in the semiconductor industry, implying that what can be achieved with silicon may already have existed in biology. We propose that electronic signals can transmit through these cytoskeletal networks, transmitting PEM information to nucleosomes and storing physical information in genomes, which can then be retrieved and even evolved, upgrading the context of human genomics. Morphological studies with transmission electron microscope may be necessary, although preliminary studies had been conducted previously. 6. The biological cell software. The relationships between DNA, RNA, and proteins in biological cells also align with the architecture of computer software. DNA and RNA function as the machine language of the cells, while proteins serve as a high-level programming language. This hypothesis integrates not only traditional acupuncture meridians with human anatomy, but also blends biology with semiconductor technology and advancements in related fields, leading to the possible elucidation of the mechanisms of life. To testify or falsify the triangular dogma hypothesis, peptides or soluble protein sequences will be used to make dialogue with the in vitro and in vivo biological cells, followed by DNA, RNA sequencing and bioinformatics analysis. To summarize, we propose that consciousness arises from the bioelectromagnetic activity of the human body, which is synchronized and coordinated by PEM signals transmitted through the bloodstream. The PEM signals can be subjectively perceived through various effectors like the eyes, ears, and touch sensors, serving as the foundation for consciousness as well as thinking, sleeping, and dreaming.